Hello, everyone. I'm very honored to be here with many friends, but it's a big pleasure being on this stage after the queen of food tech, Danielle Gould. She is really the first people starting the ecosystem with startups. I'd like to share my small talk with you, talking about the younger generation, Millennials and Gen Z. Inspiring new generation is part of the solution. This sentence is very simple. It looks like to be stupid, but we think that never, like in this field, something is going to happen with the new generations. We talk about millennials, so we would like to share what is going to happen both with the millennials and Gen Z. And we are talking about real food revolution. We don't know exactly if they are moving the food revolution or they are part of the revolution. What we know is that this generation of people has a different approach with food. And they think that what they eat is what they are, is what they eat. And this sentence probably has never been truer with the previous generations. Look at this percentage. The food I buy says a lot about who I am. The millennials think about this sentence, agree, they share this sentence, 67 versus 34 of their grandparents. So in just 2 generations, this feeling is double. And for the first time in history, we're spending much more on food than on clothing. And why? Probably because they are using the food as a comfort, something to fight the chaotic and tech life they are experiencing. You know, this generation was born with something we didn't have before, the internet, the PC, the connection, and the smartphones. They are called the purpose generation. They want to impact, and they think they have the tools to impact, and they want to use the food as a way to impact in their lives. But what is coming out is that they want to know the story behind the food. They want to know where the food comes from. And as Kimball Musk said on this stage a while ago, they are looking for local, for natural, and for real food. And this is the sentence can summarize the feeling and the relationship between this generation of people and the food. What is good for the planet is good for me. I think the sentence really represents what we are looking for, where we are moving for. And also Kimball said before, they desire honesty. They want to believe. And he used a very strong sentences saying that trust is the millennials' currency. And there is a huge reason behind this. Because these generations, both, they know they have the tools. So they can check if what they are eating, what they are buying, is exactly what have been said to them. And these tools are just the beginning of a new era. In the next few years, most of us, we will have something like this in our hand, a scanner to check the quality of food. So what should we do? First of all, I would like to check how many millennials do we have in this room. Can you up your hand? Very few. So I think that it is very important to bring them on the table. We need to interact with this generation. In our event, we created a role as protagonist for them since the beginning. In the last edition, we decided to give them the real main role in our event. Every single conference has been opened by a teenager. They had just 1 minute to give their vision, their thoughts, their ideas, to share their values. And it's unbelievable what we have heard. So we believe that the first thing it's very easy to do, but we probably are not doing, is to listen. We need to listen. Probably we have the tools to do that, but we have to change our mind and first listen and speak their languages, because everything changed in the last 10, 15 years, and we are not using the same language. President Obama just a few weeks ago said that the young generations are not searching information on the traditional media as we have done before, and I think it's very true. And so we need a higher level of inclusion and contamination. Victor said that all the stakeholders have to work together, policymaker, corporation, university, etc. But we have to contaminate, to be inclusive with the young people, the students. And we have to support them. We have to listen, to speak their language, and support them. And where they are, which is the field where we can support them? Investing in their activities, in the startups. These generations, most of the people of this generation everywhere are looking not for a job. They want to create their own company. So investing in startup is one of the ways to innovate the process. What is going to happen in the market? Something seems that is changing. So this is our data about 2015. So we have a big growth, but it's just the beginning. It's not enough. We have to do much more with this generation. If we want to change the food system, we can do, involving them in the process. Thank you very much.